Look, kid, I didn't realize the day I went broke. Most people think bankruptcy starts when the papers arrive. It doesn't. It starts the day you say the first wrong. Yes, mine started on a hot summer morning. Back then I had two machines, an old excavator that refused to die, and a decent loader. Small jobs, clearing land, digging foundations, leveling ground. Nothing fancy, but my system worked. At the end of the month, a little money stayed in my pocket, and most importantly, I could breathe. Then one morning, my phone rang. A big project, preparing the ground for a huge housing development outside the city, bigger than anything I had ever touched. When I hung up the phone, my heart was racing because I thought, this is it. This is the moment. This is how you level up. Here's something you need to understand. When a man sees his first big opportunity, he doesn't see money. He sees a bigger version of himself. And that's exactly what I saw. I visited the site. Huge land, machines everywhere, truck after truck moving dirt. They explained the plan, and I started calculating. Days, diesel, operators, profit. But right there I made my first mistake. I mixed excitement with math. Some jobs look profitable on paper, but they drown you in cash flow. Young men learn that lesson late. I definitely did. My machines weren't enough for the job. Normally, I should have taken a smaller portion, found a partner, or simply walked away. But instead, I said, this opportunity can't be missed. So I rented a machine. Then I made it worse. I bought another one on installments. My logic was simple. The project will pay for it. More work will come. The machine will pay for itself. Here's a brutal economic truth. An asset only pays for itself if the work is stable. You don't take long-term debt for a one-time opportunity. But I did. The first week was amazing. Trucks everywhere, machines running, phone ringing. You start feeling powerful. Even buying coffee feels different. Your shoulders get wider. You think, I've made it. Then week two came, and that's when reality hit. The ground wasn't what they expected. Extra digging. The timeline stretched. More days meant more diesel. More diesel meant more daily costs. And suddenly, my money started spinning. That's when my second mistake appeared. I confused revenue with profit. A lot of people go broke right there. They celebrate because big money is coming. But until that money arrives, the money leaving their pocket kills them. Let me explain. You spend 100 every day. You're happy because at the end you'll receive 140. But if that 140 comes 2 months later, how do you survive those 2 months? That's where most businesses die. Not because they didn't make profit, but because cash flow collapsed. On paper, my business looked bigger, but in reality, my cash was suffocating. Then week three came. An operator quit. Rental costs extended. A machine needed repairs. And the main contractor delayed payment. Paperwork, approvals, accounting. From the outside, people saw this. Joel landed a big job. More machines. He must be killing it. But inside my house every night I was asking, how will I buy diesel tomorrow? How will I pay salaries Friday? Which bill can I delay? That's when the real lesson appears. Taking a big job doesn't make you strong. Strength is how long you can survive delays. If one delayed payment shakes you, you didn't grow. Your burden grew. And instead of slowing down, I made the worst mistake. I took another job because struggling businessmen don't stop, they run faster. But that's the trap. One job squeezes you, so you take another job to create cash. Now your attention splits, quality drops, your team stretches, your machines wear down. You drill a second hole in the wall just to cover the first. One evening I sat alone in my garage, mud on my boots, diesel smell everywhere, a notebook in my hand, writing numbers, erasing numbers, writing them again. My wife called from inside, but I ignored her because for the first time I realized something terrifying. I'm not making money. I'm just trying to look big. That's when a man breaks inside. My real downfall didn't start when I sold my machines. It didn't start when debts piled up. It started the day I entered a game bigger than my system because of my ego. Remember this. In business, three things matter: revenue, profit, and cash flow. Beginners chase revenue. Smarter people chase profit. But the people who survive protect cash flow because profit lives on paper and cash keeps you alive. And remember this too, not every opportunity is your opportunity. Just because a deal is big doesn't mean it fits you. Just because people will be impressed doesn't mean you should take it. My mistake wasn't greed. It wasn't bad intention. It was lack of measure. I connected today's reality to tomorrow's hope. But economies don't run on hope. They run on balance. They run on breathing room. They run on patience. So when a big opportunity appears, ask yourself, does this bring growth or just bigger expenses? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, it's not an opportunity, it's a test. I learned it late. You should learn it early because not every big job is a big step forward. Some big jobs are just big traps. Subscribe to my channel, like, subscribe, and comment.